Alex Chairman over here at Movements for Life. Today's restorative segment is going to take us to the anterior hip. We're going to do it by way of a global mobility exercise, so it will be naturally integrated head to toe. So in case you are new to our programming template, this global mobility is recommended after you do your soft tissue work and your local mobility. So you at least have a little bit more tissue pliability, and then a little bit more mobility from some of the local stretches, and now we're going to integrate it really more neurologically. So all these global stretches, they will be done in all three planes, and they will naturally also be integrated head to toe. All right? So for the anterior hip, we want to get into some hip extensions. So we want to open up, get into some hip extensions so that the anterior hip and the groin as well can start loading up. And I'm going to do an arm driver with this one, and I'm going to start with a nice sagittal plane step, and I'm just going to allow the elastic component load through the anterior hip and then kind of spring me right back. So from a side view, you can see how I'm going to drive the pelvis forward. I'm getting into a posterior tilt, so I'm engaging the glute, getting a lot of load through that anterior hip. Since my arms are at overhead, I have a nice integrated load coming through my abdominal wall, have some nice thoracic extensions. My arms are up overhead. And just allow those tissues to elastically recoil and bring me right back. All right, opposite side. I did demonstrate these by doing them unilateral. You can alternate them. Totally fine. All right, so there's sagittal plane. Frontal plane, I'm going to go into a same side lateral step. So same concept in terms of what my arms and my T-spine is doing. My pelvis is going to be driving forward, getting into a posterior tilt. So I'm going after anterior hip, front butt, right? So anterior hip and groin with the same side lateral step. All right, opposite side. Again, I could get into and do these alternating. Either or would work. This is definitely a simpler pattern, being able to just kind of hammer out one side. And then lastly, finishing off with a same side rotational. So as I open up, being able to get into that anterior hip while it's externally rotated, while I'm opening up. Opposite side. All right, there you have it. So nice multi-planar way to get into the anterior hip. It is integrated head to toe, so it is neurologically very rich. And again, just follow the sequence going from that roll, mobility, and then that neural activation. And then from there, you get right into your program. And so thanks for watching. That was anterior hip, and we'll see you next week. Thanks so much.